Welcome, family. Tonight we are on the Professional Women in Wellness podcast. It is a sacred space where we explore what it truly means to thrive from the inside out. I'm your host, Karima McKenzie, creator of the Temples Method, and this show is all about women leaders, healers, and they are sharing their journey on regulation, realignment, and rising into sacred living. Tonight I have the esteemed pleasure of inviting my guest, Dr. Tamika Quick, on the podcast tonight. She's going to be sharing her wonderful journey of transformation, healing, and wellness. Dr. Quick, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me this evening. It is such a pleasure to be joining you. Congratulations on all your great work and efforts that are coming live and full and center and throttle for you. This is so exciting to be here with you tonight.
Yes. So not only myself, but you too are trailblazing right now. And I love for you to speak to that. I want to know, how are you really doing? And tell me all about the happenings with you right now.
Awesome. Lots is going on. I would say today I'm in a space of excitement. I would also say it's a little bit of overwhelming feelings going on right now, if I'm being honest, right? As we are closing the year and we are preparing for next year. I had a meeting earlier today with a colleague who does a lot of work around social media, and we had this conversation surrounding the intentionality that needs to go around planning as we move forward and as we expand. And so I'm in this space right now where, as a creative who's constantly having these different ideas, how do I sit in the space of excitement and joy of all that's occurred this year, but also be in an intentional space of planning that is balanced. Although I normally hate that word, or excuse me, don't really utilize the word much. I'm in this space of ensuring that everything that I set forward for next year has to make sense, has to have purpose, but also being aware of how much is in my cup. Knowing what needs to be in my cup and what no longer needs to be in my cup. Literally just said to my therapist this morning, I feel myself in the space of letting go what no longer serves me and recognizing the capacity of what I can and can no longer do. So I'm in this evolution space today.
Excellent.
Right?
Excellent.
A shedding space, but in a positive way.
Which leads into our next question, right? So you are talking about so much. You're talking about shedding. You're talking about filling your cup and emptying what no longer needs to be in there. So right now, I want you to share, which is kind of what you're speaking to. Share a season in your life, which is probably the same season, right? Where burnout and stress and overwhelm was your situation, but it became a turning point, and what it taught you about yourself.
So not many people know this, but I am actually out on leave right now from what I would deem as my salary job. I don't like to say full-time job because I do take my nonprofit very full-time as well.
It's full-time.
Yeah. But around the summertime, so much was going on in balancing all of the different hats and trades that I tend to carry on a regular basis. And because of the planner that I am, I felt myself in a space where I almost felt suffocated by all of the things that I had going on. And they felt in a space of, I don't know no other way to describe it, but turmoil and almost like a tornado. Like everything was spinning and competing with each other and trying to just find the open space that once existed. Um, and my mental space was not the best. My mental capacity was suffering. And I decided to take a leave.
Excellent.
It was probably in my 44 years of life, one of the most scariest things to decide to do, especially being a mom of two, having a child that's in college, a child that's getting ready to prepare for college, and having all of the businesses as an entrepreneur that I'm responsible for, right? It was, what do you mean you putting yourself first? What do you mean?
Talk about it.
What do you mean your mental capacity needs like a pause? And it's interesting because you're probably the first person to ask me and even have me reflect in this space of what I was going through, the guilt that I was experiencing. And it's almost like, how do you feel guilty for prioritizing your health? Like, where and how does that even make sense? But I can say between September and early, I would say mainly the month of September, I was in a scary place mentally and trying to be okay with prioritizing my mental health.
Yes.
And I can honestly say it's because of my faith in my relationship with God, and hearing over and over for me to finally surrender the level of control in every aspect of my life that I've been trying to have, and surrendering it to him for him to show me that in all that I am and in all that I'm doing, he's the one that really has control, even in my mental health space.
Yes.
I can say now I feel a lot better. I'm a lot more aware of my own cup, my own capacity, of a moment when I might be spiraling. I find myself breathing a lot more. I find myself tapping a lot more.
Come on now.
What am I doing, Karima?
Stuff that we talked about.
How am I just holding and like literally feeling my heart, right? And there being a moment where your heart feels like your chest, like it's about to come out of your chest, and being able to understand what it means to change your breath and your breathing in that moment, and literally be able to feel the difference in your heart and how the two are connected.
Yes.
Has definitely put me in a different space that I'm excited to be in. I'm getting ready to go back to work, and I am thankful for this period, because I know that as I move forward and as I get ready to go into 2026, this is not the same Tamika.
Yes.
That is here.
So everything you just shared is the T.E.M.P.L.E.S method. it is everything that I had to do to nurse myself back to wellness, right? The concept of prioritizing ourselves is kind of taboo. It feels abnormal. It doesn't feel like we're supposed to do it. You feel the guilt, you feel the shame, you feel all these wave of emotions and feelings. But when you lock in to your inner knowing and your divine creator, your divine power that is above us, right? You automatically know that these are the right decisions for you, because again, you're no good to anybody, right? If you are not good to yourself, right? How can you show up for your two children if you can't show up for you, right? So, as I speak on what this T.E.M.P.L.E.S method is all about, I love to hear how you talk about what you did already, but some day-to-day things you did to move from survival mode to sacred living. What did that shift mean to you personally?
And I don't want to say it's odd, because some other women may have experienced this. I almost feel like I needed to give myself like a rebirthing.
Mm.
And as someone who has been a caregiver to other people since a very young age, one, I did go to increase my time in therapy.
Okay.
But in
Excellent.
increasing my time in therapy, it also became what does it mean to wake up and brush your teeth for you? Not because you got to go to work, not
Yeah.
because you got to go to a meeting, not because you got to go to Zoom, but because you need to brush your teeth for yourself.
Yes.
What does it mean to just go outside and get a breath of fresh air?
Yes. You preaching tonight.
Like, because I was like, I literally said to my therapist, I feel like, and this is right in doing therapy work, it was going back to the 8-year-old version of who I am as a woman and I'm still here.
Yep.
Redoing life as 44 on the outside, but
Yes.
the 8-year-old on the inside, to be able to say, you wake up and you make a breakfast. You try,
Yes.
you ever did a puzzle? Do you want to do a puzzle? Right? Like, did you ever think about doing this hobby? No, I don't think about doing that. Why do I want to do that? Well, maybe
Yeah.
you've never tried it before, so how do you know if you might like it or not? I literally feel as though I am re-raising myself without the pressure of having to do it or
Yes.
having to take care of someone else, but literally taking care of the little girl that is within me that, oh, and it's crazy that I'm even saying this out loud.
Come on, say
To everybody else to raise me, right?
it.
It makes you think about, you got family, you got friends, you got teachers. They're all imposing on you what life is supposed to be like for you because you're a child, and right, you don't know no better. But now that you know better and you're getting to choose these things for yourself, is reparenting yourself to say, yeah, go try that.
Come on, Doc.
Go try that. Go get out of the chart real quick.
Hey, you talking
It may
that
hurt.
talk.
It may not hurt. You might actually like it, and you may try to be able to do it again. So
Yes.
I'm definitely in this space of no longer surviving, because I think the surviving piece there, it is coupled to other people raising you. It is coupled to the surroundings that you are born and raised into. You don't know no better.
Correct.
So that is where the survival concept comes from. You're surviving in what's being presented before you. Whereas when you're reparenting yourself, it's like you are walking yourself through the day to day and choosing which options you want for yourself, which is crazy.
It's not only crazy, but it's amazing.
It's
You
real.
are doing the work, Dr. Quick, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love to hear it. It's so amazing. So, like, now that you are this new person, this new woman, you're getting ready to go back into the corporate space, right? So tell me what that's like for you. What intentions do you have? What do you think organizations need to do or often get wrong about wellness in the workplace, especially for women?
I think what I'm preparing myself, and I think what this season did, two things come to mind. The first one is being comfortable and more so probably confident in what it is that you are going through and experiencing, and not doubting that intuition and that gut that is trying to tell you what it is that you are experiencing.
Yes.
Right? I was going through some things and was seeking a level of validation from individuals on what it was that I was going through. And no matter how many people I might have spoken to or explained the scenario to, nobody was able to give me that validation until months later when I read something and it verbatim reiterated and told the story of what it was that I was experiencing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And what it has prepared me to do as I go back to work is to trust myself.
Yep.
To be and continue to be my authentic self. And if I had to say what organizations need to do differently, I want to say for women and their mental health, but it really is for anybody, period.
Absolutely.
Is that we need to understand that we are taking a whole person, a whole individual into our organizations, right? We are not, what's the word? We're not assembly lines in warehouses where we're just these robots that are showing up to type on a computer or whatever your job assignment might be and just get the task done and go about your business. We are showing up with tons of different pebbles and rocks that represent different things that we either experienced in the past or we're currently experiencing that affect or impact who we are as an individual, as a worker, as a leader. So we have to take into consideration what that looks like as and how those hats, how those identities play effect in the type of leader that we are or the type of worker that we are, right?
Correct.
If a person is a parent, I'm not even going to say a mom, because yes, we are here for women, but I just think this is a bigger thing. If you are a parent, what does that look like? Is the person coming into work tired because maybe they didn't get so much sleep the night before, right? Even if it's from a man perspective and this whole man leading and taking on everything and men not taking on their mental health, you don't know what that man might be having to go through at home. And how that might be playing in a role at his job that he might be having to show up for. So I think as these organizations and our businesses, we need to take the time to understand who the people we are working with are as individuals and how and with what they are showing up and extending a level of grace with the work that they are trying to complete. Yes, the work has to get done, but the work ain't gonna get done if the person's not here. And I think
if they're not well, right?
You could be here today and gone tomorrow. Correct. But they're gonna replace somebody else. But is the culture and the success of the business or the organization really gonna be healthy and successful if we're continuing this cycle of just bringing people in to do the assembly line, to just do the work? Are we going to change the cultures and the environments that we are creating where the work needs to be done and ensuring that it's healthy?
Correct.
Because healthy work looks different than toxic work. Yes. The outcomes, the output is not going to look the same if I didn't get a full night rest sleep. Correct. The creative juices are not going to be spilling out the way it might be if I am being able to show up my whole self. So I think organizations just need to have some grace and really get to know the people that they have working for their organization.
Correct. It's all about compassion, right? Understanding, a deep sense of wanting to get to know a person outside of the workplace. Yes. So that you know what it is that they're going through and experiencing on the day-to-day and not just completing a task, right? So this is what it's all about is how do we show up first well within ourselves, but also well in doing the job. It requires that's the type of culture that needs to be created where it's a safe space. It's a safe space to say, I don't have 100% today. Yes. Are you okay with that? Right?
Right. Not feeling guilty, not worrying about being penalized because you can't show up in that way.
Exactly. All right. So one of my last questions is, now that we dove deep into what wellness is and what it should look like, how would you recommend, what is your tips for people on tangible things they can do to honor their temples on a day-to-day? What are some things you got for us?
I definitely have begun learning the importance of doing your best to set aside time in the morning or in the evening to either prepare and get ready or to decompress. And just being able to have a moment where you are letting it all go, where you are stopping the thoughts that are racing, that you are in this breathing space. And I think one of the things that I would add to that, right, is when we see yoga or meditation, and I've spoken to you about this before.
Yes.
I think about the meditation, sitting up and breathing, and right, and do what works for you.
Absolutely.
Do what works for you, right? Like I remember when I first started was gotta have the clock over here and not this away from your bed. And having to be able to sit up, and it literally got to the point where I was being more successful with getting the different strategies done by doing them with what felt comfortable with me than when I was doing it based off of what everybody else thinks you should do.
Correct.
So I would definitely say the waking up and the coming down. I think the other thing is getting your thoughts out.
Yes. Would you prefer journaling or expression to other people? What are your thoughts?
For me, I prefer journaling. And again, my own style, I will open up the notes in my phone and I'll just go ham. And right, I'm just letting it all out, expressing it all, because it literally feels like a weight is coming off my it didn't go nowhere. It's on the phone, but it literally feels like a weight is off my shoulders because I've been able to get it out versus holding it all into my head. And I also think that in doing that, it's creating that sense of trust with the little girl in me.
Yes.
Because we're talking to each other and creating that level of safety and security.
Yes.
To be able to walk through the rest of life together. I think the other strategy is connecting with your younger self.
Yes. Come on now. It's all about the inner child.
It's like you hear it all the time, but and you might even see it on TV, because I know I still got these clips in my phone from when Olivia the Pope did it with a little girl in one of her shows.
Yes.
And I used to watch it. But when you actually finally click and talk to that inner child, it's different. It's different. And it feels good. It feels trusting. It helps to create that inner voice, that inner trusting and validation that sometimes we do seek from other places. And I think lastly, it's being who you need for yourself versus, and this is my own thing, trying to save the world.
It's okay.
I am in this space where I can't take on everybody. I can't help to bring everybody to the well. And I've had a great number of years in history of trying to bring everybody to the well. And even to the point of trying to get them to drink, right? And I'm in this space where I'm relinquishing that. And I think I struggled with it for so long because it seemed selfish to me. And I'm in this space where it's, what are you working on? What do you need to do? What were you put here for? And being okay with just that.
Yes.
Because that in itself has its power, has its purpose, of what I was put here on this world to do, based from God.
Ashe. Dr. Tamika, you done lit the pulpit on fire tonight. So
Which I was
many.
not even planning or thinking
I
about at
know, but
all.
listen. When the mic is handed to you, it is time, okay? And you have provided tonight's podcast with such a profound insight. And now I just want to highlight just all the work that you do. You are the connector, you are the giver, you are the server, right? You have been doing so many amazing things. And today is Giving Tuesday. So first, I want to give you your flowers.
Thank
And I
you.
also want to give you the platform to speak about your organization and all the things that you are doing with your organization right now.
Sure. Thank you. So, for those of you that may not know, I am the founder and CEO of a nonprofit called Leading Young Women, which is how I met Karima. We started our efforts in Hudson County over in Jersey City. Essentially, we are an organization that seeks to uplift, empower, and support young girls of color, specifically young girls of color within the inner cities. Letting them see individuals like me and you to know that we come from their walks of life. We come from where they lived from, and they can attain whatever success looks like for them and wherever it is that they're supposed to go. Right now, I am pleased to say that we went from let's start an all-girls school to doing community events with young girls, receiving a number of girls attending our annual events, to last year in collaboration with you being able to partner with schools. So we were able to partner with a high school, able to partner with the middle school, providing enrichment programs to girls within the actual school, which is awesome. And this year we decided to expand two new efforts. One is called the Lead Her Mentoring Program, where now we are doing a mentoring program twice a month for any girl.
Nice.
Instead of it being tied to a school where you have to go to the school to be able to participate, we're running these mentoring programs, trying to do them in Passaic, Clifton, Patterson, and Jersey City, where girls can meet on a bi-weekly basis and learn and understand who they are, what place they serve in their own communities, how they need to give back within their communities, and how we pull each other forward with that work. And then the last venture that I would say is we are trying to expand onto college campuses. We started a new initiative called Campus Lead Hers, where we are running, ideally, 3 different pilot programs at 3 local colleges, where on the campus, the organization will focus or run like a club/organization. However, what will set them aside and make them different is they will have a responsibility to mentor high school girls in a nearby community. So, for instance, if we were able and successful to expand onto William Patterson's campus, they will then have a responsibility to connect with some young girls in the city of Patterson where they can mentor some high school girls. So we're really moving and shaking. We have some new board members, which is really exciting. We have 6 brand new board members who are having us thriving. I mean, we're doing our annual fundraiser. Our goal was $10,000. The last time I checked, we were at $94.90, and
Let's
we
go.
have 2 weeks
You're
left.
gonna hit that.
So I'm excited for that. Excited for some new projects that we have going on or coming up in the spring, trying to really set the platform for us as an organization across the state of New Jersey and saying, we know what's best for our girls.
Absolutely.
Let us help you to create those spaces and those environments where our Black and brown girls can really thrive and be their authentic selves. So the acronym that we're trying to utilize as we begin to move forward in utilizing the term HER is honor, empower, and rise.
Beautiful. So how can we connect with you?
So we are on social media. there's Leading Young Women on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. My email is aquick@leadingyoungwomen.com. There's also info@leadingyoungwomen.com. You can find me on any of the platforms as well, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn under Dr. A. Tamika Quick. Feel free to reach out. We look forward and we look to partner and collaborate with other organizations and other organization leaders to really get this movement across the state of New Jersey.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, this was amazing. And to our lovely listeners, I hope you got the fire tonight. I hope you understand what the importance is of wellness. Remember, healing isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about honoring yourself. So take one small step this week to reconnect, realign, and rise. If you love this episode, be sure to follow the show and share it with another woman who's ready to step into sacred living. You can visit us, templeofyou.co, and explore the Temple's method with myself, the host, Karima McKenzie. Until next time, please remember that you are a sacred temple. Thank you, Dr. Quick.
Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone.
Have a great evening.